Yo, bro, what's going on, dude? How's it
My
going?
nigga, it's the fact that all the world's problems could be condensed down into like horoscope incompatibility,
Right,
and the fact that people just go out of their way to like go on emotional bursts because they feel like they're not, how do I say, accepted emotionally or misunderstood. But you gotta understand, if you feel like you're misunderstood, I think you're misunderstanding the other people's perspective.
right. And usually that does happen. You know what I mean? One person could say one thing and another person could say another and think another.
You feel
Not
me?
everyone's gonna think the same shit. You know what I mean? And that's one of the biggest problems in relationships in general, man.
Yeah. Most problems in relationship is either A, selfishness,
Right,
B, selfishness.
and C, selfishness.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
usually the end of it. Like, not all signs, how do I say, adapt as much as others, and not all signs are, how do I say, efficient
right,
as other signs when it comes to like things that we have to do in this medium of earth, right?
right, bro. You know what I mean? Just like if I was to date a Taurus, since I'm a Taurus, we could take over the world type shit. But it's not gonna be the best relationship.
Yeah, unless y'all know how to like ground y'all ego to the ground.
Exactly.
That counter reaction of I need someone more like this is gonna happen. Because when you have a spot covered, right? And
Right.
your duties on this planet, you don't get someone and like in tune enter their lives to make a bad impact.
Right.
Because energy you give off has to come back in some form of fashion. You don't
Yeah.
want somebody to do that to you. But before you think about that, you think about yourself in another aspect, that quick fulfillment. So you think, fuck it, I'ma just do this for now. But I can't. When both parties get to the end of the road, they feel like both of their times were wasted.
And that's true. That's true.
Going through that over and over and over in life, at some point you gotta realize, yo, maybe there's something wrong with me. Now, some people could be like, maybe they're giving off too much energy, like they're reaching their hand out too much. But when you think of that, it's still coming out of a place of selfishness, right?
Right.
It's self-awareness, but you're still thinking about yourself. Now, you could do what's best for that person, thinking about like not thinking about yourself, and just help them move on, so you can move on. But not everybody gets that.
Not
Everybody thinks they can like waste away and make it work with it not working already. Now, hats off to those people, but usually in those situations, it's very poisonous, and neither side or one party wins.
Right.
That's
Um,
not efficient.
And a lot of people got to understand there's no such thing as a perfect relationship. There's no such thing. You know what I mean? There's not a relationship where you're never gonna have problems.
Type shit.
You know what I mean?
But it's some people in that, they don't, it's not, again, that selfishness,
Right.
If you crave the perfect relationship, you think that's for you and your partner, you know? But if you're not willing to go through that trial and error, off for the sake of like fulfillment,
Right.
you're just gonna end up wasting time and wasting time. And
Time, energy, and money, bro.
yeah, and to be honest, when you finally find that hook, that person that's a hook, line, and sinker, you're gonna realize. But instead of getting all the way to that point, right? Skip the step. Look for the help. Download a horoscope app. There's shit out now that niggas back then didn't have. They just had to run around with like chickens with no fucking heads. And like trial and error, and then boom. We are smarter than that now. We're in an age in which we're in a technological age. There's shit to help. There's cheat codes out here. There's loopholes.
Right.
If you decide not to like take that out of like superstition, or you don't want to chase that discomfort, then you're just gonna keep going around trial and error, getting hurt, trying to figure out what's wrong with you. Not trying to get to the root of the problem, which is what's wrong with that person and you.
Right. And here's another thing for you masculine figures out there, you know what I mean? Whether you're a man or female, you know what I mean? Don't ever become a pussy about, you know, certain situations, you know? Don't ever be that person to, you know, just come to someone and be a downer. You know what I mean? Yeah, because they're just gonna see you as weak at that point, and they're gonna want someone that's strong.
Yeah, you don't want to be an energy vampire. You don't want to be a parasite. You gotta at least offer something significant to the relationship.
Right.
That they can't really necessarily cover with somebody else. That's efficient. You feel me? But you won't necessarily know anything about that unless you know specifically what traits that person's body come with.
Right.
Not their soul. What traits their body come with. You know what I mean? Because we all have different scopes. We have to like see this life through. So
Correct.
My scope may not be the same as that person's scope. My scope may be a little bit poisonous and on attack. That person might have like a body, a horse, that gives them time to think. You know?
Right.
It's what you're supposed to see this life through. As a part of God.
As a part of God, y'all boys, like, you know what I mean? You gotta understand your soul, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't know what a soulmate is. You know what I mean? It isn't someone that you actually just love, you know what I mean? It's more than that. It's actually someone more as a friend than having a relationship.
If you can't, like, look, y'all boys, like, a little question, like, a little thing. If you or your significant other cannot just go and be together without clapping for, like, a month or two, y'all need to, like, restructure who y'all be with.
Literally.
But you can't be with that person without, like, indulging in their body, bro, like,
like, wasting life force, bro. Wasting energy.
Yeah, if you can't do that, then that person's not for you.
Literally, bro. Y'all be out here just wasting creativity, dude. And it's not only for the men, it's also for the females too, bro.
Like wasting away. Not as in like purposelessness. It's like if you want that emotional progression, work for it. Fuck it. Find a cheat code, you know?
Right.
Like, go out there. Because, like, for some people who are afraid of missing and getting, like, shut down, you got to understand, you're not really progressing unless you shoot. You could miss 80 trillion times. You don't really become better unless you shoot.
Right, bro. You got to take that shot. You know what I mean? You miss it, too bad. Take another. Yeah, you miss that one, take another. You miss that one, take another. You're going to make it eventually.
Yeah, and also don't go willy-nilly. You got to figure out what is it about this one that is not for some reason in the other one. You know what I mean?
Right, bro. You got to be observant and you got to strategize. You know what I mean? You got to plan shit out.
Yeah, because, like, at the end of the day, everything is a battle. So if you got to show your worth to somebody, I'm talking to the guys out there, if you got to show your worth to somebody, you got to, like, make sure you have a battle tactic of how you going to do it. You got to know how that person thinks. You got to know how that person, what ticks them off. What brings out their ego, what they see is stupid. These are all valuable info.
Right.
That can also be used in prolonging a really healthy relationship. That's all I want to tell y'all boys out there. Because, like, there's a lot of, like, misconceptions with what you need for your emotional progression.
Right.
And honestly, there's easier ways to do this out here, man, you know?
Way easier ways.
My boys need to check out numerology. If the horoscope isn't as accurate for you guys, check out motherfucking numerology, you know?
Yeah, man. The horoscope, here's the thing about the horoscope. It's more like emotional. You know what I mean? You know, you're just checking up on your emotional state, making sure you're good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Your numerology is basically what you should do for that time frame. You know what I mean?
Like, basically,
what's best in your situation?
Everything in this life is code, Everything in this game is just code of another being we don't know. So you just gotta understand, whatever you came to do, you already signed a contract now. Everything you do, you're gonna have a little bit of backlash for,
Right.
or it'd be easy and everybody would be doing it. So how I would say is the numerology. The best way I could explain it is you're of a time period and you won't last. Just know why you were why you came into existence of that time period to be cooked up and built up for what you need to do. And y'all, a lot of y'all need to look for y'all dreams out there. Y'all boys, a lot of y'all holding y'all partners down because y'all feel like they're progressing too quick or some shit like that, or can't see the bigger picture due to ego or like anxiety because like you're afraid of the future or some shit because you're not where you're at in life, you know?
Right. Yeah, man. You know, that's all we gotta talk about for right now, though. You know, but stay tuned for more, y'all boys.
Yeah, bro. You feel me? We still got a little bit of like, some slight wisdom from my perspective. It ain't wisdom. I just feel like an old soul could could share some.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's my last life type shit. So we just sharing the wisdom out here, bro.
Got to, bro.
You feel me?
For the youngins.